Okay, so welcome again. My name is Philip, and I'm happy to be teaching for the Winnipeg Winter Club online. Hope you can hear me okay and see me. Today we're going to go through a yin yang class for the shoulders, and along with that, since we'll be seated and in some other postures, we'll go through the hips and the back as well. To begin, let's just sit up nice and tall with a nice tall spine and just give or lie down, your choice. Anyway is fine, just make sure that you're comfortable. You can sit in cross-legged seated position or any kind of seated position that you'd like. Just make sure that your spine is long and in a nice line. Give your eyes a close and just turn your eyes towards your nose for a moment. Drop into the sensation of your breath moving in your nose. Notice if there's any tension around the forehead, the eyes, just relax it. And with all around like the cheekbones, soften around the jaw, keeping the sides of the lips and the sides turned up slightly, relaxing them. And just watching about 5 more natural breaths here. That you can bring your awareness inwards. Just clear your mind of thought by watching your breath and by watching your posture. If your mind becomes busy, you can just label that as like thinking. Just say, oh, I'm thinking. I'll take a few deep breaths and just return to watching your breath again, okay? A few more breaths, just watching. Settling into your mat, into your body. Releasing any tension around the shoulders, the neck, and the face. Slowly bring your palms together in front of your heart. Let's begin by chanting 3 ohms together just to wake up the mind and the body. Inhale. Oh. 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 Take a full breath in. Just open your mouth. Exhale through it. Ah. Slowly float your eyes open. I'm just going to place your hands on your legs like this. And just like cat cow, just round your back. Move back like this, feeling a nice stretch in it. And then as you exhale, come forwards. Lift your chin, your chest, your stomach. Do that a few more times. Exhale, round your back. Then inhale, lifting. One more exhale, round through the whole spine. Leaning back. And then inhale, extending through the spine. Reaching your chest forwards, tail back. Good, now come into a neutral spine. So find somewhere right in between. From here, reach your arms up. This. If you're getting tired of sitting in a cross-legged seated position, anyway, it's fine, okay? Um, Open up your hands, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, close your hands. Deep breath out. One more time, open your hands, watch your fingers, notice how you open them and how they connect to your shoulders, and exhale, close. As you inhale, open and keep them open. Place your hands right here, right on the backs of your shoulders, okay? Fingertips. And try and keep your shoulders, your ears right over your hips. Keep your fingers long, the shoulders relaxed, not too relaxed. And inhale, just circle your elbows. Make nice circles with your elbows. You can start drawing small ones. And then maybe going bigger. And keep breathing. This can get tiring. With the breath, imagine breathing up and towards your shoulders and arms so it makes them feel a bit lighter. And I'll just give your arms a shake, and your shoulders a rest. Oh, I'll do it the opposite way, okay? Palms face up again. Touch your shoulders with your fingers, ears, shoulders, hips in a line. This time go the other way. Bring your elbows back first, and then around. And keep breathing, okay? Imagine all around the shoulders are nice and supported. The shoulder joints are quite actually flexible, more flexible than the hips usually. Okay, they're also quite sensitive. As you can see, your arms are probably getting tired. Okay, I'll just give your arms a rest, give them a shake. Let's just try a few more like this. So reach your arms out to the sides like this. Spread your fingertips back towards your ears. Push the heels of your hands away from the middle of your heart. And keep the front of your chest, the middle of it, and the middle back right in between your shoulder blades, nice and open. And breathe for 5. Feeling like the palms of the hands heat up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just relax your hands back on your legs. Just start to circle your shoulders. Go up, back, and around. And keep your head on straight. And circle them in the opposite direction. Okay, a few more seated like this, okay? Next, we are going to take a twist. You're going to place your right hand on your left leg. You're going to lift the middle of your chest and then turn it to the outside of your left thigh. Bring your left hand behind you. You're going to stay here for about 10 breaths, okay? And keep your ears, shoulders, and hips in a nice line. Just let your left hip turn back a little bit. So the right one turns a little forwards. You want to try twisting more with the thoracic spine, so like the middle parts of your spine and the upper, not so much the lower. See here, you're probably feeling a lot of tension through the shoulders, and that's fine. See if you can find the least amount of tension in it. And nice way to remember how many like vertebrae are in the spine. Basically, you can remember when you have to eat. So basically, the bottom has 7, the middle has 12, and then the top has 5. And take a few more breaths. And then come back to center. Deep breath in. Sit up tall. If you like, breathe out through the mouth. Let out a nice sigh. Ah. Other side, lift the middle of your chest up a little bit. Bring your left hand to the right leg. Turn your sternum to the outside of your thigh. Right hand back. Let's hang for about 10. You can keep your ears out over your shoulders, looking a few feet in front of your belly button. 9. Or keeping your ears in line with your shoulders and hips. You can kind of look past your left shoulder. 6 more nice breaths, okay? Try and twist more with the thoracic spine, so the middle and the upper. 4 more nice breaths. Breathe with some sound. So your breath sounds like the ocean or the wind. One more nice deep breath in, sitting up tall. Deep breath out, maybe turning a little bit. Unravel, come back to center. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Ah, okay. Lean back. Your legs must be getting a little tired. Have your fingers forwards. Lift the middle of your chest. Just give your legs a little shake from side to side. You might even feel nice just to kick them out and give them a shake. We're gonna do one more like that. So sit in the cross-legged seat, or if you want to try, just bring your right foot to the inside of your lower leg or upper, your choice. Maybe you're getting too tired of sitting in a cross-legged seat. From here, if you have a bad right knee, put something underneath it or bring it your right foot lower, okay? Your shoulders, hips in a line. Walk your left hand over to the left, like this. Reach your right arm up. You're going to look either to one of your hands or down the bridge of your nose, few feet in front of your belly button. So you're just kind of looking at space there. If your eyes are closed, you can still look at one of those spots towards it. Getting a nice stretch through the side of the neck, the whole right side of the body. If this is too much for your right arm, you can try bringing your hand towards the back of your head, or even the back of your right hand towards your low back, middle back, or even your upper. If you can go a little bit more, walk your left hand. Might even eventually be able to go down on your elbow. You don't have to. Just take another few breaths, okay? Awesome. Exhale, press down gently and come back up. Breathe in. Bring your arms down, breathe out. Put your legs out. Give your hips and legs a little shake. Awesome. Let's switch sides. Bring your left foot in. Just do not press it in between the knee, okay? Sit up tall. Even keep your right side long. Walk your right arm beside you. Try this if you want. Keep your left arm in beside you like this, your like bicep, so that you can kind of lengthen through both of your sides as you reach. You can go further, and the left arm will go up when you can't go anymore. Look at one of your hands again. Even like imagine like the sides of your body, try and find like equal length through them. Notice what the back of your body looks like since you can't really see it. And keep both of the sitting bones grounding. If the left one pops up a little bit, that's okay. Just ground it back down gently. Remember, if it's too much, bring your hand towards your head or your hand behind your back. Especially if your arm goes numb and tingly, if your arm's in there, bring it down, okay? A few more breaths here, maybe coming down onto the right elbow. Maybe not. Take a breath in, lengthen, breath out, ground, and inhale back up. Breathe in and breathe out. Awesome. Let's come forwards on our hands and knees. Let's shake it out with cat-cow. Hands underneath the shoulders, hips underneath the knees. Lift the top of the head and tailbone towards each other. And then exhale, round your whole back. Feeling a nice stretch through the hips, the back. And as you inhale, lift the front. Feeling a nice stretch from your lower belly to your throat. Do that about 5 more times. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, rounding. See if you can even exaggerate the parts we're working on today, like the shoulders, the arms, like the upper spine, the middle spine. And exhale, rounding. One more. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, rounding. Okay. Now from here, we're going to come into child's pose. The sides of the big toes touch. If this is not good for your knees, you can try putting a blanket underneath your feet and knees. And try bringing your hips towards your heels. If that doesn't go, put a block or something or a pillow underneath. Just start to keep your spine long and walk your hands forwards little by little. If you cannot get your head on the ground, same, you can put something under it. We're going to hang out here for a little bit, okay? I'm going to set a timer just so we don't go for too long. Let's just go for 3 more minutes. Just start to really let go here. If you're wearing glasses, it might feel nice just to place them off to the side for a bit. If your arms out long is too much, you can have your elbows in line with your shoulders or even out to the sides, hands underneath your head. And keep breathing into it. Breathing out into your posture. Letting any tension go that you feel. But keeping your breath deep enough to keep your mind awake and interested. Almost there. This is too much on your knees. You can always lay straight on your stomach with your legs out long. Got about 1.5 minutes to go, okay? Make sure you're pressing down through
the tops of your feet equally with the fronts of your knees. They should be in line with like your second toes. Make sure you're not putting too much pressure on one part of your body. Not too much on the feet or the knees or the hips. Try and equal it out. Even through like the top parts of the body, the middle. Make sure there's no pain. Almost there. 30 seconds. Take another full breath in. Full breath out. Press it back on your hands and knees. If you're feeling some tension in your knees, just stretch your right leg back. Take a deep breath in. Place it back down, breathe out. Switch sides, left leg up, breathe in. And put it down, breathe out. Do it one more time. Right leg back, breathe in. And down, breathe out. Other side. Okay, next we're going to go into thread the needle for the shoulder. So bring your hips again back towards your heels a little bit. If they don't go, that's okay. They can be up a little bit too. So you're going to keep your left hand where it is, and you're going to keep it long and push it down and forwards as if you're trying to stretch your mat in between your left leg and your left hand. You're going to thread your right arm under like this. Okay, this can be enough. Otherwise, you might try and get your right shoulder towards the ground. If it doesn't go, place a pillow under, even your head can go, okay? We're gonna hang out here for about a minute, not too long. Try and see if you can keep your hips aligned, your knees about hip width, and your feet, make sure they're pointing straight. And then you breathe. Breathe for about 10 breaths. And a nice stretch through the right shoulder. Yeah, so the right arm goes down underneath the left. Good. And then the left arm, it can go straight out like this even or bent. Yeah, good. You can look at one of your hands, keeping a nice length in the spine, arms, and the breath. 5 more breaths. This is really easy. You can bring your hips towards your heels. Quite easy. You can even bring your left arm up and then back towards your right hip like this. Okay. Inhale, come back up onto your hands and knees. Nice. From this position, keep your legs and feet hip width apart, tuck your toes under, keep your hips over your knees for heart melting pose. Walk your hands forwards. Just let your chest, middle of the chest sink towards the mat. And the head lengthen away from the hips. Maybe the head goes towards the ground. Just breathe for a few breaths. It's like a downward dog on your knees, pretty much. Okay. Back up onto your hands and knees. So either again, keeping your hips off of your knees, off of your heels, or down. Here, press your right hand down and forward, stick your left arm under. Remember, this might be enough. Or you put a pillow underneath your left arm. You can bring your head down too. You keep pressing your right hand down and forwards. Keep your hands, your elbows in line with your shoulders. Hang out here, okay? That's it, breathing. Remember looking to one of your hands, even if your eyes are closed. Remember, if this is easy, you can bring your right arm up and then the back of your right hand towards your left hip. Just open your shoulders away from each other little by little. Keeping space all around the neck. Good. Inhale, press back up. Deep breath in. A deep breath out. Let's go back into the melting heart pose. Toes either pointed back or tucked under. Walk your hands forwards. Let your spine lengthen. Keep your hips over your knees. And then the hairline goes towards the ground. I find this is easier if you have tight shoulders to have your arms open wide. Take about 3 more breaths there. Okay, just come back into child's pose for a few breaths. You can relax your shoulders, place your hands underneath your forehead. Or if your hips go all the way down and it's easy, arms behind your back, palms face up. Just let your shoulders relax. Breathe in for about 5 seconds. Breathe out for about 5. Match the length, strength, and sounds of your breath. All right. Next, we're going to come into downward facing dog. Start to wake up a little bit. Walk your arms forwards, tuck your toes under, feet hip width, lift your hips up, back. Just start with your knees bent, straightening them a little bit. You can keep them a little bit straight and pedal your heels up and down. Hold on with your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your shoulders. Make sure that all around the shoulders are supported and strong, but not too stiff. Take about 5 more breaths here. Getting a nice stretch in between the shoulder blades. Maybe somewhere in your legs, probably in the legs. 2 and 1. Good. Come down onto your knees. From here, cat cow a few times. Inhale, lift the tail, lift the head. Exhale, round. Try and touch the top of the head and pubic bone towards each other. One more time. Lift the tail, lift the top of the head. Exhale, flex the spine. Come into a neutral position. Here we're going to go into crocodile pose. This is a strengthening pose, a yang pose. But it can really help to yeah, balance the body and strengthen it. So you're going to come down onto your forearms like this, okay? You want to press the heels of your hands down nicely. Every single knuckle spreads and grounds, every single fingertip. You can walk your knees back so your ears, your hips, and shoulders are in a line. You're going to look in between your hands and you're going to press your elbows down and away from the middle of your armpits. Try and keep your shoulder blades on your upper back so that your shoulders are supporting yourself here. You can support your shoulders well. So stay here or lift your knees up. Try and keep your body straight like a stick. We're going to hold for 10 minutes. Just joking. 1 minute. Try and keep your body toned and breathe. Watch the back of your body. Make sure that your shoulder blades aren't collapsing together or they're not too wide apart. Try and find a nice middle. And you're going to push your heels back, hands forwards, feet back, legs forward, legs back, arms forwards. As you breathe out, you're going to tone your lower belly, hold your core tight. Not too tight, but you cannot breathe. If it's too much, you come down. Just take a few more breaths. Okay, rest. Lower down. Just rest your forehead on your hands and relax. Take a few grounding breaths. All right. Now roll onto your back. Once you're on your back, I want you to have your chin, your ears again, your shoulders and hips in line. Your chin should not be jutting too far back like this. If it is, put a pillow under it or tuck your chin a bit. Do not want to have the back of your neck on the ground either, okay? Next, reach your arms up like this. You're going to take your right arm across. Just hold your right arm with your left. So you feel a nice stretch in your right shoulder. I'm going to hang out here for a bit. Nice line from your thumbs up your outer arms to your shoulders, your shoulder blades. From the thumbs, I should say, up the inner arms to the shoulders. And a nice line from the pinkies up the outer arms to the shoulder blades. This is easy. Bend both of your elbows. This is really easy, and you want to try a bit more. Touch your left fingers to your palms. It's like eagle arms. Remember, it should not feel like too much or too little. Few more breaths. And just relax your shoulders, your arms down by your sides. A few nice breaths. Let the sensations just come and go. No labeling them, no judging, just watching. Let's try the other side. Bring your left arm across the body, front of the chest, and then bend your right elbow. Bring it behind your left arm.
Keep your left arm long and keep your shoulder blades nicely on the mat in equal position. And your eyes still on your nose. Face off. And really opening up your ears. Just letting the sound in. Noticing your whole body, all of your bones, your muscles, your skin. And stay like this or bend your elbows, touch your fingers, right fingers to your left palm. Just a little bit longer, okay? You should feel a nice stretch like in between your shoulder blades. But maybe you'll just feel a stretch somewhere around your shoulders or anywhere it'll be, that's fine. Just no sharp pains. If you're really, really mobile in the shoulders, try not to go too much. Take another deep breath in, deep breath out, and just break the pose. Relax your arms by your sides. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs, either the fronts or backs. Rock around for a moment. We're going to do one more nice and restorative pose. Supta Baddha Konasana. Lay back on your back with your legs open in a diamond shape. This is too much. Place some blocks underneath your knees. For today, reach your arms out to the sides like this. So your arms are in like a field goal shape. And see if you can have your shoulder blades not too close to each other, not too far. If this is too much on your hips, place some blocks underneath your knees. Or even just lay with your knees bent. Stay for a moment here. If you'd like to add a little bit of movement in the arms, keeping a 90-degree angle in the arms. As you inhale, pressing the arms down, lift your hands up over your elbows. Try and like touch the palms towards the floor, but don't force it. Inhale, bring the backs of the hands back behind you again. Your arms in a 90. Exhale, bring your palms down. Slowly, maybe not yet. And inhale back up. You can keep working on that or just stay still, okay? You can even do a bit of both. Just taking about 40 more seconds here. Notice here if you're pressing down through one part of your body more than the other. Like, are you pressing through your head more than your shoulders, your arms, or your hips? Try and like equal it out. Maybe it won't feel like so much in just one spot, you know? Take another full breath in. Deep breath out. Ah.
Place your hands behind your legs, the outsides of the thighs, and close your legs together with the help of your hands. Breathe in and breathe out. Shake your legs like windshield wipers nicely from side to side. If it feels good to stay on one side, you can. You might even turn your chest to the other. Just taking about 5 more breaths wherever you are. Taking out any last little movements you need to take. Or maybe you don't do your yoga again tonight or tomorrow. Any last movements just to make you feel nice and content. And as you're ready, just resting either with your legs out long. You can place a pillow underneath the backs of your thighs. You do not have to. You can rest with your knees bent, or you can even rest on one of your sides with your arms underneath your head. However you're resting is fine. Just make sure you're comfortable, set up equally. Get nice and comfortable and rest for a moment. Just really let go. If something important comes up, it'll stay with you. It should stay with you. Relax for a bit. Begin to deepen the breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bend your knees. Reach your right arm up and back. Roll to your right side. Use your right arm as a pillow. And then just when you're ready, slowly make your way up to sit. Okay, to end practice, let's bring the palms together. Thank you all so much for your practice. I hope you have a nice night and a nice week. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Namaste. Good. Thanks, everyone.